Hello there, everybody. Name's Akamatzu, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I wanted to talk about the latest news regarding the PlayStation Plus game lineup that Sony revealed today as of May 16th, 2022. They have outlined what games are going to be available for the service in the PS3, PS4, new PS5 games and PSP games on their service that they talked about back in March. They told us about the changes coming to the PlayStation Plus service and PlayStation Now being consolidated pretty much, but they didn't really give us an idea of what games were coming to the service, which led us to speculate, is it going to be games that already exist in the PlayStation Now service? Is it going to be brand new games? Like, what does it all entail? So I thought we could go through their article today and explore and talk about it together. First off, we got monthly games. Nothing's really changed. If you have the regular service, the extra service, and the premium service, you're going to get access to monthly games. That doesn't change. And those are from the, $60 a month, the $100 a month, and the $120 a month plan. So no changes there. Now, for the $100 a month plan, you have the PS4 and PS5 games right here listed. We got Demon Souls remake from Blue Point Games coming to the category, which is pretty cool. We got Days Gone, which is a pretty good game, I think. Bloodborne, Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, Spider-Man and Spider-Man's Miles Morales, Knack, Infamous Second Son and First Light, Last of Us remastered in its DLC, a bunch of PS4 and PS5 games, right, coming to the premium and deluxe ones. Those are the $100 and the $120 tiers. Now for third-party games, we got Valhalla, we got Batman Arkham Knight, which originally released only on the PS4, and surprisingly has not got an update for the PS5 to make it playable in 60 FPS, surprisingly. I thought that game would get that out of all games. It still looks phenomenal. Now, here comes the big news that I think people were wondering about, and that's the classic game. Remember when they announced this, they didn't really say what games were going to come, but they said that they were going to have PlayStation 1 games, PlayStation 2 games, PlayStation 3 games, although the 3 games were going to be streamed like how they are in the Now service, and PSP games. Funny enough, they didn't mention any Vita games or the Vita at all, which is, that kind of sucks. Unfortunately, this is only for the $120 a year service or $17.99 a month. Is it worth it? Let's find out. We have Ape Escape 1. I like the Ape Escape series. That's pretty cool. Hot Shots Golf. That's a pretty good golfing game. IQ, Jumping Flash, Scythe and Filter. It's a really good series. Super Stardust Portable. Tekken 2. Worms World Party. Worms Armageddon. And then this is kind of interesting. We have remasters. We have Ape Escape 2, which was a purchasable game on the PlayStation 4. We have Dark Cloud and Dark Cloud 2, same thing. Jak 2, Jak 3, and Jak X Combat Racing, and the first Jak and Dexter, which were all purchasable video games on the PlayStation 4 as well, upscaled from their PlayStation 2. They got an upscaled version for the PS3, and then eventually got an even more upscaled version for the PlayStation 4, going from 480 to 720 to 1080p. So I assume that's what these are, and I don't think there are any special enhancements past that. It would be pretty cool if you could play them in 4K or something like that, but I don't really think that's going to be the case. We got BioShock Remaster and Bulletstorm. All of this so far is stuff that you were able to purchase already, so not like brand new stuff at all. Now, with the PS3 games and the PlayStation Now service, you could only stream them, which has been kind of a main gripe for people, as streaming still has that stigma to it. The strives in streaming has gotten a lot better with, GeForce Now and all the streaming services out there, but not all of them are good, unfortunately. And from what I hear, because I haven't played the PlayStation Now service myself, but I heard in the beginning it was pretty bad. But currently, it's in a way better position. So the games they have available for this is Demon Souls, the PS3 version, which is pretty cool. And I recommend if you like the PS5 version. Ratchet and Clank Quest for Booty. We got Ratchet and Clank Crack in Time, Into the Nexus, Resistance 3, which feels like a relic of a series now. We got Mortar Storm, Apocalypse, Infamous Festival of Blood, which is a really good DLC from the devs who worked on Ghost of Tsushima, Infamous 1 and 2, really good games. 2 Hotshot Golf games, Rain, Tokyo Jungle, which is a meme of a game. From third party, we got Ashura's Wrath, which is pretty cool. The DMC collection, Enslave, Odyssey to the West, Lost Planet, Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, which is weird, I have to say, seeing as the HD collection just got released with that, and you're probably better off playing it that way instead. And I don't really think you're gonna get any benefit from playing the original really over the remasters that were just released. I don't think they changed anything except made it look better. And this is interesting. Red Dead Redemption's Undead Nightmare, but not Red Dead Redemption, oddly enough. Again, all of these games are just streamed. You can't download them and then play them on your console, unfortunately, which is the biggest gripe with these. And, the stigma of streaming it's still there. Now, I do want to highlight this right here, because I will say I don't fully understand it. So if you have a greater understanding of what this says, let me know in the comments below. But it says, also, players who have previously purchased the digital versions of select games from the original PlayStation and PSP generation will not have to make a separate purchase or sign up for PlayStation Plus to play these titles on the PS4 or PS5. When these titles are released for the PS4 and PS5, players can head to the PlayStation Store and download a version for their consoles at no extra cost if they already own the digital version of the title. Some of the titles will also be available for individual purchases. So that is really nice. This last part is actually really nice. They said some, not all. So some of these games you'll be able to purchase, and that is great. I think that is amazing. This is one thing that people have been asking about. This is also one feature why I love the PS3 so much. I have like 50 PlayStation 1 games on it that I bought digitally. And it's just a nice system. It might have had a hard time at the time, but when it came to being able to play PlayStation 2 games in collection formats, because we saw a lot of collections for the PS3, like Sly Cooper, Jack and Dexter, let's say Infamous, God of War, Saga, and stuff like that. It was really nice, because I missed out on the PlayStation 2 games a lot because my PS2 broke, unfortunately. So the PS3 has been nice for me, and being able to play those PlayStation 1 games like Final Fantasy VIII, I was finally able to replay Final Fantasy VIII on the PS3 when I bought it back in 2012, which was a fantastic experience for me to relive a game that I played in my childhood. So that was really nice. This sounds like, this is where I'm going to ask clarification. I wonder if what they mean is also including the games you purchased on the PS3. Like I said, I have 51 PlayStation 1, about 10 plus PlayStation 2 games that I bought on the PS3. So I'm wondering if those classic games come to this service, will I be able to download them on the PS4 and PS5? Because if so, that is awesome. And that is one of the biggest worries I have right now with my PS3. With the CMOS battery dying, and they haven't updated it to where if it dies, you lose access to your games like they did with the PS4 and the PS5. I hope that update comes out soon. But if this is a thing and we can play the previous games that we purchased, hopefully all of them become available, but I can understand licensing being an issue for some of these games. Fingers crossed, hopefully all of them do. But if this is what I think it is, this is awesome. And I'm happy that PlayStation is doing this. Being able to play my games I purchased on my PS3 digitally, on my PS4 and PS5 is great. And I think that's awesome. I wish, to be honest, like I bought the Jack and Dexter collection, HD collection, digitally on the PS3. I wish that would be able to be transferable to the PS4 and the PS5. I wish we could see things like that. Like there was the fourth Sly Cooper game, Thieves in Time. If you bought it on the PS3 or I think either the Vita or the PSP, I don't remember exactly. You didn't have to buy the other version of the game. I wish we could see stuff like that in the future. Like if you bought a game on a previous generation and it's literally just a port with a higher resolution and nothing's changed. I wish we didn't have to repurchase that stuff and get things like this. That would be the dream, you know. But if this is what I think it is, I think this is really cool. And I just want to emphasize that this is for the PlayStation Plus Premium stuff for all these games that you can buy that are from the PS4 and PSP. Unfortunately, we only got one PSP game, which kind of sucks. You know, Metal Gear Acid and Acid 2 and Infected were pretty cool PSP games. Portable Ops. Unfortunately, no Tekken 3, which kind of sucks, which is one of the greatest Tekken games of all time. These are all for the premium, which again is the $17.99 a month and the $120 a year plan. Also included in that plan is going to be time-limited game trials. They did have something like this back on the PS3, so it's actually kind of nice to see it again. Currently, right now, as you can see in this image, there's a download trial for people on this plan for Horizon Forbidden West. Basically, a demo, right? It's a demo. I would assume that your progress that you played, you can play it for 2 hours for most games. The playtime counter only counts while you're in the game. It's a great way to try games before you decide to buy them. I think this is great, and I wish this was available for all games, to be honest. And your game save carries over from your trial period to the game if you decide to purchase it. This is fantastic, and they're going to have this for the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection, which is Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy, Horizon Forbidden West, Cyberpunk, Farming Simulator 22, Tiny Tina's Wonderland, and WWE 2K22. This is awesome. I think this is fantastic. They also say they're going to add new games regularly, which is to be expected. This is their first throwout of games that they've add to the public, so it's kind of understandable that the list is going to be smaller, and hopefully they expand upon it over time. Like I said, I would like to see a big expansion of the PlayStation 1 games that they had on the PS3. I think that would be awesome. A monthly refresher will occur the first Tuesday of every month, as they say for the new PS4 and PS5 games. An additional monthly refresh will occur in the middle of each month with new games for the extra and premium tiers. The number of games refreshed will vary per month. I hope it's not on the smaller side. That would suck. Another thing to add it is that the streaming capabilities, as you can know down here, they're not available everywhere. Now, and you should go see if you live in a country that has this service available for you. Unfortunately, it's going to be rolled out to certain countries before others. The goal would be probably to get it worldwide, but I imagine internet infrastructures and all that stuff is pretty complicated. All in all, I think this is a great thing. It's nice to see that playable demo trials are back. I think demos for pretty much every game should be the norm, you know, so people can get a taste of a game before they buy it. I don't think that's ever a bad thing. I mean, I guess I could see in some hypothetical world that it would lead to less video game sales, but I don't really think it's a bad thing. I'm crossing my fingers hoping that a large portion of the PlayStation 1 games that were purchasable on the PS3 come to the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 over time, and that the streaming service just gets better, which I heard it has been. But all in all, I think this is pretty cool. Do I wish they had more PSP games? Absolutely. Do I wish they include Vita games like Persona 4 Golden? And I mean, that's like the most popular Vita game. Do I wish they included it? Absolutely. And I hope they expand upon the list, but I do think this is a nice start. But I also think this is geared towards people who are maybe newer to the PlayStation brand, which I don't think is a bad thing. But I do think if you have been around the brand for a while, this might not be appealing to you as much, but only time will tell to see how it pans out. That's just my opinion. What do you guys think about it? Let me know down in the comments below. While you're down there, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like and share it with your friends, as it helps the YouTube algorithm, share my video. I'd greatly appreciate it. And that will be all for me today. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all next time. Stay crunchy, amigos.